All right, welcome fans to an edition of In Conversation. And today, look who we have, none other than Per and Sundstrom from Sabaton. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Great to have you here. We're going to discuss the new album here. This is fantastic from what I've heard already from it. Um,
Happy to hear that.
October 17th, we're coming out with this one. It's called Legends, and it's your 11th studio album. Once again, produced by Jonas, got 11 tracks on it altogether. And it clocks in a little over 45 minutes, so not too lengthy, but yet still gets you a good amount of time there. First album with Better Noise Music, so that's your new label there. How did you guys come about signing with them?
So we've been with Nuclear Blast for a very, very long time, and at some point it's interesting to see what else is out there. And we started like a 1.5 year quest to find a new label. A lot of interviews with various labels, various departments of the labels all across the world until we finally settled for Better Noise. So it's interesting to see that that's just after a long time. It's just nice to try something different.
So this is the first album where every band member kind of contributed to the songwriting and credited wise and everything here. What brought that about? Was it something that you were guys were conscious in doing this time around, or is that just the way it all worked out?
It's the way it all worked out. I mean, Sabaton always aims to making good songs, and it's not important really who writes what and stuff. So, in in that sense, it's just the way it worked out. But I'm very happy that it worked out this way because it kind of leads into everybody feeling a little bit more proud and happy about the album. So I'm really happy that it is for the feeling of the band. But I mean, during the writing process of the album, a little bit funny that Tobbe was even not even a part of the band at that time. So by the time he was working on Lightning at the Gates, for example, he was not in the band, and then he thought that Tom is gonna be doing that song.
Mhm.
But a couple of months later, Tom is here back in the game, and he's back in the band, and he's recording his song with Sabaton. So the way that everything turned out, I think it's very very nice.
And that leads us perfect right into my next question. Now, obviously, your first album since 2022's War to End All Wars. So, at what point after that did you actually start writing for Legends, and how did you come about with the theme that you're using for the album here?
So I think that the music, the writing of the music is always sort of ongoing. It comes in stages. Sometimes it's a little bit more, let's say, active songwriting process, and sometimes it's a little bit more less active. But there's always something cooking because that's just how we are. And Joachim, who is our main songwriter, he always have some ideas in his mind. And um, so I would say that some of the songs are even older than the War to End All Wars, but they were not finished for that album, or for some reason they didn't fit on that album. Because that's another thing. I mean, we always write the music first, and then we decide for the topics. And if we don't find a good topic, or music doesn't fit to the topic, then we put it on rest, the music, and go on. And I think when we were started to more actively work on the songwriting for this, and we had a song that later gonna be Templars. We felt that okay, this is very epic, and we know that we're gonna stop singing about the First World War. So we thought, okay, it's something epic, and all right, Templars, yeah, that's a good thing. We've been wanting to write about that for a very long time, and once we did that, we kind of opened Pandora's box because we were suddenly in a completely different vibe, and we sort of liked the idea of Legends. It sounded great. It had a nice tone to the name and title. And what we then did with that was just move on with that kind of topic, and that opens up the entire world to us in all ages. And suddenly we were not bound to the First World War or the Second World War. We were Unbound, and that was really relieving because some of the music that is on the new album Legends wouldn't fit that if we were strict into First World War and something like that. So with this, I think that the album became more dynamic and more diverse, and I'm really happy about how it turned out, thanks to the topic.
Yeah, and also on this album, you guys released up, I guess up to now, I guess we got what, 5 singles released already
Mhm.
from this album. So it's giving everybody a good taste of the album right up front before it's even released, which is nice. And I like the variety in which the singles were released. Was there actually kind of like a method you went on selecting the singles at all?
Well, you see, we had on a plan from the beginning, and that was while we were still looking for a record label. We had a plan, an idea, and we had our favorite songs and stuff like that, and then we also expanded. So we all put our favorites in there, in like,
Hmm.
okay, this is the band's favorite, this is single number one and stuff like that. We kind of decided for that we knew that we're gonna do Templars no matter which record label we're gonna do. And we're gonna do Hordes of Khan, no matter which record label we're gonna do. That's how we're gonna start. So we already started planning and filming and scheduling those, no matter if we gonna whoever we're gonna sign to. And then once we then we had another plan for what's gonna come after that, and but uh, while we expanded and we suddenly had a new record label and we speak with them, they had different inputs like, guys, are you really serious? You want to release that one before that? But this one will be really good for you guys if you do. And so it started to shift around a little bit. And that's why the reason why we wanted to change the record label was because we wanted also to have some new fresh ideas, somebody telling us that yeah, we've done this, we know what works, and let's try something. And for us, it was a great idea to listen to somebody else for once. And that's how some of the singles were selected. And it's very exciting. I mean, until now, the album has so many favorite tracks. So um, I think everybody in the band, I agree that Templars was our sort of favorite, and then came Crossing the Rubicon, and but then where it led to after that is really funny, and yeah, we've had all kind of stuff, and a lot of the journalists I've been talking to the recent weeks, a lot of them says the favorite song is Made of Steel, and it's kind of unexpected from the band, like, what, really, maybe we missed something here. And then our like my favorite that I really want to reveal to the people is Tiger Among Dragons. And so I think we got a lot of like good stuff left to get out there.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, as soon as I heard Lightning at the Gates, I said, "Oh wow, there's a great song right off the bat." And yeah, obviously Templars let it all off, like you said. That was definitely a great choice. And I noticed a lot of the songs aren't really too long, which is interesting. So you tell the story of the song in a pretty timely manner, unlike some really long songs that are out there.
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's always about what is best for the song. And sometimes the songs are just made to be kind of short and this, and to add more to them just doesn't make it better. So this, I guess, was the reason for this. So, I mean, where the music takes us, it depends on where it starts and what kind of mood we are in. And um, yeah, if they start with a keyboard, maybe they become more symphonic and epic driven.
Mhm.
If they start with a guitar, then maybe they become more efficient.
So you also got a single that you just released this past Friday, "Crossing the Rubicon," and it features members of Nothing More, and I know they're your label mates. So is that kind of how the collaboration came about with the
Yeah,
label?
I
Yeah.
mean, once we were signed on uh, to Better Noise Music,
Mhm.
um, Nothing More was like welcoming us, like, congratulations, guys, and welcome to the label, and we are now label mates. And that's how it starts to talk about something like that. Maybe we can do something together. And then we never met. So we jumped on a call quickly and talked about it, and then it was just like, yeah, let's do it. Cool. Try something new.
Yeah, that's
It sounded
interesting.
great.
Yeah. All right, and then now you guys just released you guys are coming out with these press releases left and right, but we got another one
Yeah.
just announced I believe it was yesterday or the day before. Uh US t Canada tour in early 2026. We got 31 dates. Um, the last few times you came over here in the US, you were opening for Judas Priest, which were some great shows, but obviously when you're opening, you don't get to play for as long as you like. And so what can we expect this time around when you come out with the full headlining tour?
So of course we get to play the stuff that we really want, and we can also bring some of the production that we really want. I mean, when we are the opening band for Judas Priest, is uh, pretty limited to what we can actually pull off and put onto the stage. But when we're the headliner, we can do a little bit more, and these are bigger venues than we ever played before. So in a true Sabaton manner, I guess these are gonna be the biggest production and tour we ever did in US and Canada. So this is what people can expect. And of course, we're gonna play a lot of new songs.
Mhm.
And I have zero fears that people not gonna like the new album. So I'm very comfortable that people gonna like the new album, and that is why I'm comfortable in saying that we're gonna go on tour and play a lot of new songs, so people are gonna like it.
Yeah, the early judgment from just looking at YouTube of all the views you guys are getting and all the likes, it's just good to see a lot of people still really like some good metal music, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Happy to hear that.
All right, well, we're going to leave you with the last thing here of got it coming out, like we said, October the 17th here, studio album Legends. And we're going to see you guys out on the road in early 2026. And any other things you want to share that you guys got going on that down the road that you haven't really said it yet, or any?
I mean, Sabaton always got a lot of stuff going on. We have so many things that we run. I mean, at the moment, though, for example, the Sabaton Festival is on pause, but
Mhm,
we're doing a cruise, our own magazine, and we are doing our history channel and stuff like that. So we always got stuff going on, and we got something cooking that is gonna be very exciting because it's always in our idea here to make something new for every album, something exciting to launch alongside the album. And I know it's not announced for US and Canada yet, but we got something called the Legendary Orchestra that we are working on, and I think that people's gonna be pretty excited about this. And I have a really big wish that we bring that one to overseas
mhm,
um, one day. It's basically, in short, to call it a like a tribute band to Sabaton,
mhm.
performed by an orchestra with various lead characters and pretty epic music. So I know how it sounds like, and I'm looking forward to see people's reaction when this comes out.
All right. Well, like we appreciate your time here, and thank you for doing this interview with us here. And best of luck on the new album and the tour when it happens in the U.S., Canada, and best of luck.
Thank you so much. Pleasure talking to you, and see you next time we are around.
All right. Sounds good. Take care.